Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to get a log all cut up. We're going to make some more planking for the walls so we can do some more siding. So if you want to see that and more, make sure you stay tuned. Hello BSC family and welcome back to my bench. So we're actually not at the bench, are we? So used to saying that. If the camera seems a little shaky, it's because I'm swatting at all the freaking mosquitoes. Black flies are almost pretty much gone, but the mosquitoes are nuts. And it rained like a son of a hobo yesterday, so yeah, everything's wet and mosquitoes are just arriving today. But anyways, yeah, Dad's still working on some of the siding, but we got bandsaw blades coming supposedly today. Unfortunately, the Canada Post is not doing what they're supposed to be doing according to their webpage. Canada Post is supposed to deliver and try to deliver to your house when you're using a community box if the package isn't able to fit in the biggest box they have, which of course these bandsaw blades will not fit. I called them. They said they wouldn't let me come and pick them up unless I had a card that was left in the mailbox. So I have to wait until mail person delivers today. So we're going to try and get as far as we can with this blade here, and we'll go from there. So I may have to pick this up later on this afternoon depending on how dull this blade is. But we're doing good. We got that set up. We're just going to make boards out of it for the siding, and yeah, we're going to go from there. Now, funny thing is, I know I said yesterday I was going to, or not yesterday, but last video, Dad got a whole bunch cut up. You guys probably heard that in the background. So he's got all of them cut up. Still has a few more to do yet. But I was going to talk about the rig we have on the back of the truck. Something mainly Dad came up with, but you know, I kind of had some input. On the back we have their old shopping mall or grocery store shelving posts, I guess you could say. They're meant for shelving, right? So what Dad did was he cut it down, right? And so it fit in the stake pockets of the truck, and then of course we just cut angles and bent them into place. Did that pretty much everywhere. We are still trying to improve it. This side's kind of wrecking the box a bit, but we don't really care. We put two here, cut them for width, and bolted them to the bed rails. And that houses the 4,500 pound pull quad winch and a battery. All right, we've got a whole load of wood here to split up. Oops, that's the wrong way. Let's try the other way. Come on. There we go. We've got a whole load here to unload so we can split. Yesterday when it was pouring rain, he closed the window on his Dakota over there. We totally forgot about the window in this truck. So we got it kind of sitting in the sun. As you can see, there's a puddle of water on the floor. And yeah, so he's got the door open. Yeah, dome light is off, but we're trying to dry off the seat for him. But anyways, we've got a 100-foot cable here, steel cable, with double hooks on it so we can extend where we need to. The winch runs from there up to here. Now he's got that center pulley right at the point there. I've got a wasp swinging around my head here. But anyways, we bought these hooks with, what do you call them? Block, nut tackle. Oh, I can't even think of the freaking word. It's right there. But anyways, yeah, it's got a pulley on that. And then got one down here that we kind of modified a little bit so it fits in the receiver. Now, the whole point of this one's fine. We can hook up a log without this one. And it will lift it right into the back of the truck without the tailgate on, obviously. But when we've got to take and grab a log, say, off to the side somewhere, but we're parked on a public street, we can use this one to come up from the top, come down, and then redirect it sideways, right? Now, we've actually pulled a few so far that actually moved the truck sideways a little bit. But anyways, and then on this side, we have another cable. This one's only 75 feet. That one's 100 feet over there on that side. 32 feet of winch cable, but obviously there's, you know, about 8.5 foot taken up that way, and then of course, you know, down here. So in all reality, we probably only have maybe 20 feet of winch cable, right? So but yeah, that's that. And yeah, that's how we started off, with just these ones, you know, and we noticed that things were moving a little too much, so we ended up putting the cross ones in, and eventually we'll keep changing it, you know, making it work better, things like that. So that's that. Now over to the saw. Still got a pile of logs here. A bunch of them are cedar, but yeah, got a pile of logs. And again, I mean, yesterday we didn't do much of anything because, well, it poured rain. So Dad, why didn't Dad ask me for help to move that lighthouse up there? It was down here. But anyways, that guy's coming this weekend, so he's going to work on that, and I'm going to work on cutting more planks so we can get more siding done. The floor's coming along, and again, we didn't do nothing yesterday, so we are, what, Tuesday, May 25th or something? 25th, 26th, I don't know. But anyways, yeah. We did do some cleanup yesterday inside the shop, move some stuff around. Couldn't really haul the wood out because, you know, it's pouring rain. But anyways, he did happen to punch this hose through the wall. This is just a 1/2-inch air line, but we're going to use it as a water line for filling the saw. So we ordered up a tap that we're going to put on the wall here, you know, and just run this down to it, and then we'll have a garden hose that goes over to the tank that we can use to fill. So I'm going to fire this thing up and get this log set into place, because it's just kind of sitting here. We're going to get it up against these back dogs here, right, and get it tied down, figure out the best way to put it, and you know, probably square off one corner, make it easier for Dad to cut boards if he's got one straight edge instead of trying to cut down the middle of the board. You know, more work because we have to measure it, figure out where the best place is, and then chalk line it and cut one edge, and, you know, blah 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 blah. So maybe at some point, if you're interested, we'll show you that. If you want, let me know down in the comments. I'll show you how we do it without all the fancy equipment. And yeah, and if you want to see more of I don't know, maybe a time lapse or something, let me know. I'm not going to do time lapses right now, but if you're interested and you want me to, and there's enough people that want it, you know, by far, let me know down in the comments, you know. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, hit that bell notification. Also, I'm still thinking of the third channel. And third channel, so far, we're kind of come up with Blue Streak Bush Life, or there was another one I had in mind. I got it written down. Blue Streak Bush, not Bushcraft, but Bush Ranch. So Blue Streak Bush Ranch or Blue Streak Bush Life. And it's basically just the life on the outside of the YouTube room. So if you're interested, again, let me know. If you think that the third channel will be good, then I can kind of keep everything separated for now. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but this stuff is going on my scale modeling channel, which in a way, some of it will be used for the boat, which is a 1-to-1 scale. So enough rambling on here, and I'm going to get to work on this. So we'll see you in a few. Okay, everybody, so we're getting stuff cut up here. So we've got a bunch of boards already. That's scrap stuff that'll be cut up for firewood. We've got some boards already. We're chopping them up. Still got that. But I stopped for a little bit of recording, but I'm also noticing it's tearing a lot. Right? So the blade is getting pretty dull. You can hear it's struggling a little bit. But we also got the notification. So Dad and I went to the post office and we got more blades. So I'm going to change one of them out. Dad's going to do some more siding here. And we've got parts ordered for the water spigot and everything there. But yeah, mosquitoes are still nuts. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get the my tripod. Holy hell, the sun came out. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go get my tripod and see if I have a phone holder for it. And yeah, but if not, I don't know if I'll show you changing the blade or not, but we'll see. So give me a few, I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm gonna change this blade. Sorry for the wind. All I've got is my phone. We're just gonna back this off until she's loose, like so. Push the wheel in a little bit, give it some slack. I'm gonna put my gloves on. Because even though it's dull, they'll still stab you pretty quick. Fun part was unfolding that, because it was folded in the center like a bow tie, and then they sucked in the two bow tie ends and tied that together. So we got that uncut, so that's good. All right, yeah, gloves on. This one will still cut, but it's tearing. It's starting to tear out. I mean, oh, see, stabbed me in the knee. It's starting to tear out, which means it's getting pretty dull, and I can hear it struggling. So we'll leave it for now, and we'll sharpen it somehow, someday, when we get a sharpener, maybe. Okay, put that there. Now, you gotta take one of these out. So, put that right here for the moment. Set these ones off to the side somewhere. Now, I'll take this one. Wrap that around the wheel. Put it into the guides, like so. Okay, so now we're going to tension this up. We're going to put a little tension on the spring, bring the wheel back out. Back it off a little bit. Once we start having tension, a little bit of tension on the spring, that's when we'll start from there. Now, for good measure, what we're going to do is give this a manual spin. Make sure everything's seated where it wants to be. Yeah. Belts look good. My little sweepers for the wheels. Everything looks good. Safety switch. Can't start this thing unless the cover is on. So, yeah. Well, we're good to go. I'm going to put the cover back on. So, there we go. Ready for a whole bunch of cutting. At least 2 hours of cutting anyways, because that's what you get, is about 2 to 3 hours of blade time. So, I'm going to rearrange the camera and figure out about getting something set up here. Okay, everybody. Well, we got another log up there. So, that'll be for a different day. Dad's got most of that siding on that spot done. Can't go all the way to the top yet until we start figuring out what we're going to need for rafters here all the way along. I got the new blade on. Everything seems to be running good. A bunch more siding planks ready and cut. He's got to trim them to width, but we're all good there. Other than that, I think he is, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's doing something over there. Probably doing some more siding. We did cut off part of the deck so that he could start that next section over there, as you can see. Eventually the whole deck will come down. And we're going to build a new one. So I'm pretty sure both of us heard thunder, so we don't know what's going to happen here. I'm going to cut this log here, but we will be back again. Again, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell notification, make sure that all notifications are turned on, and leave your comments and thoughts down below. If you have any tips and tricks on the sawmill that you guys learned, please pass them on so that myself or others can learn from all of us. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So no matter what you're doing, drink lots of water if it's hot out. Have a nice hot cup of coffee. It's cold out. And yeah, be safe, have fun, and until next time, later, my friends.